You don't want pressure, you want mentions. There's a difference. I want legacy, you want attention. Yeah. I don't just rap, I architect carnage. Carve up a target, sharpen the margin. Bargain for clicks, I harvest the market. Spark it departed, leave artists in darkness. Gimmick a menace, aesthetic, aesthetic. Pathetic attempts at a venomous sentence. I sentence opponents to permanent nexus with bars that are measured in surgical metrics. You flex for a second and fade in a week. You'll peek out the leak, that's data to me. I stay in the deep with cadence and schemes while you play in the shallow and chasing the screen. I'm blade to a sheet, concealed but lethal. You may believe equal, medieval sequel. I break every sequel, create a cathedral of hate for you people who pray for approval. Multiple murder, I stretch it elastic. You barely can manage a standard dramatic. My stamina savage, your grammar a habit of scrambling patterns you cannot establish. You tweet like a titan but fight like a typo. Your hype will recycle, my license of vibe won't cycle. Your lines feel borrowed and lifeless like Geico. You ride waves, I generate tides. You imitate vibes, I innovate fire. You penetrate feeds with fabricated pride. I detonate egos and bury the lies. Click, chamber loaded, composure exploded. Flow coded, corrosive corrosion. You hoping I soften, I'm focused and frozen. Kill switch, motive is closing. Click, no safety attached, no maybe it's that. You shake me, I snap, you play me, collapse. I layer the cadence, serrated with statements, creating a matrix of hatred and patience. You pray for engagement, I stay in the basement, rewriting the language and breaking the placement. You basic and blatant, adjacent to famous. I'm danger in chambers with angels and stainless. Your angels are painless. You claim you're the greatest, but crumble the moment the pressure's invasive. I'll weaponize syllables, clinical visuals, minimal mental paper for ritual, minimal digital miracle, visible, physical, literal, miracle, biblical. I brag on the stage with a backtrack assist. I snap at the wrist and dismantle your myth. You cap like a fitted that don't even fit. I'm fitted to win, you fitted to quit. You talking longevity, where's the proof? You trending for shock, I'm bending the truth. You rent you a booth and edit the proof. I enter the booth and sever the roof. Every breath measures your tentative pressure. Incredible levels of mental aggression. You settle for lesser. I step in the center and level the sector. Repelling them, staring. You wake up and sparring. I spar with the ball. You arm with the keyboard. I'm armed to explode. You farming for noise. I harvest the soil. You coil when the spotlight darkens the coil. Chamber loaded, composure exploded. You quoted, misquoted. I wrote it, encoded, decoded. The motive, kill, switch, corrosion, kick, lights, flicker and snap. No filter and rap. You enter my map. You vanish in black. Yeah, you want the crown and carry the weight. I bury debates, I don't parry with fakes. You cherry pick praise, I carry the pain of every mistake that sharpened the blade. You talk about grind, I live it in silence. You film it for likes, I built it through violence of self. Discipline, militant timing, your ceiling is glass. I'm shattering climates, now watch how I pivot the rhythm and switch it. You mimic the image, but move to specific. Just litter to digit and dip with the divvy. You limited, timid, I'm infinite physics. They double time venom, adrenaline, sediment, center and sentences, severance, head him. Irrelevant evidence, delicate skeleton, rhetoric, edited, meditate. You skeleton crew with a gelatin spine. A metal refined under pressure in time. You step into mine and measure the line. You crossing it once, that's permanent sign. I don't need cosigns, I sign my own checks. You need a whole team just to run with no depth. You climb for a moment, then slide to regret. I grind every day, no time for a rest. Click, chamber loaded, it's over, you know it, no slogans, no posing. You folded, I hold it, kill, switch, control the click. No safety in sight, no saving your pride. You step in my lane, that's faded tonight.